Okay guys, Anthony 4x4 Diesel. Got a few things in this one. We've got a vehicle here, Prado with 285,000 kilometres. I'll give you the year in a minute, I can't remember. I think it might be a 2012 or something like that. Hang on, no, it's later than that, look. It's got those headlights. Oh, you get to see me in the reflection. Yeah, it's got those headlights, so that would mean it's about a 14. We'll double check that before the end of this video. 285,000 Ks, does a fair few Ks, highway Ks, country miles, and the client has asked for a couple, it had a bit of a squeak, so we've sorted that out. We believe we're about to go on another road test, but before we did, we thought, he said, can you give it an inspection, have a check around. So we had a good check around underneath the vehicle, and we're gonna have a quick check around under the bonnet, and these are the sorts of things we're gonna check out. And I've found a couple of small things, only small things because they're Prados, and both of these are most likely caused by people. You can't categorically say 100% it's caused by people. One of them could be this is what they're going to do when they're getting near 300,000 Ks. So that's why we're about to show you the first one. The intake piping, right? Or, kind of intake. I mean, it comes from the turbo, so it is intake. Around here, it's the one that leads towards the rubber hose that goes to the front, which goes to the intercooler, which goes across under there and back out the other side, right? But over this side here, who can see the problem? I'll stay still for a minute. See the problem? Not a big problem, okay? Not a big problem, because this is the problem, right? There is an edge there and the clamp won't slip over it, but the hose ideally is meant to be, sort of up to the top edge of that machined edge there. So what we need to do there, we're just going to loosen that clamp off around the back side here a little bit. You can just see it through the gap there, 10 mil. I'll back that off a little bit, pull the hose up. I've done it before on some other vehicles. I don't think I've ever mentioned it before in a video though, so that's a new thing for you. Checking the air filter, depending if it's genuine or not. That hole there should be pink if it's genuine, but it's probably not, so that's not going to help us a lot. It's not really a service check air filter thing. It's more of a, I service my own car, I change the oil, I do this and do that, and I can check the coolant and whatever. But I want an expert that sees these cars every day that can spot things real quick and easy to have a look over it every now and then. That's kind of like what it is. So I'm literally, haven't had a big look over it. It's just the things I've seen already since I started the video. So it's like kind of like a live thing, I might really actually find something. All the injector wires look really good because of course we did the injectors on it not that long ago. So yep, you can catch me out on that. That hose, that's good. Just looking around, I'm literally looking and thinking, I'm trying to find something to, to point out. We really need a car that's got some sort of issues to be able to point something out. I'm really struggling here. Okay, the other thing, I said there was a couple of things I spotted very small. The other one is, me and battery terminals, I like them all the way to the bottom. You can see that one, it's got a good probably 2 to 3 millimeters to the bottom. So it's a matter of just loosening off again the 10 mil, push that down and tighten it up again. So both of those could be caused by people. This one definitely, because someone's installed that battery. It's been replaced with a Century Smart Drive. As always, just be careful not to lean on this, guys. I think I'll try and put all these little warnings in all the videos where I think of it, because it's going to cost you a lot of pain and suffering when you do. They're not weak or brittle. So let's make this an example, right? It's not about to break off. They're not weak or brittle. They're quite strong. They're not strong enough for you to lean on though. If you lean on it, you will break it. In the later models, they did actually make it thicker and shorter to help prevent you from breaking it. But unfortunately, that's how it is at the moment. So there's your warning. Just looking around for anything at the top that you could see while holding a camera and a light built into it. Have a look around. Did we muck anything up? Did we forget anything on this injector job? Bust any whatever? No, it all looks pretty good. You could say maybe, look, once the hoses get a bit older, they get a bit softer. So I'm not going to say that's over tight, and it's, you could say it's a little bit over, but it's not really, because I know what they go like. That's around about spot on. Any looser, and they can slip down like what's happened at the other side. Are you going to fix up that one now, eh? Yeah? Okay. Let's have a look. Can you see the one? See at the bottom at the intake there? So that one. So you need to get it with a quarter drive around this side, and we'll just slip it back up and nip it up again, yeah? Alright, so what's going on with this battery? Check your battery security, just grab the clamp, give it a wobble, grab the battery. Batteries need to be secure. look, you know, it's getting to be a boring video. We're only 5 minutes in. I can't find anything. There's no oil leaks. There's nothing, you know, it's a problem when we've worked on it, because anything we might have seen. Now, a little bonus thing here. See that hole there? There's a clip missing. I don't care. I'm happy if look, they are actually a real pain. They're the same clips as these. So if you've got any missing clips at the front here, because they keep getting pressed in and then they fall out, you can take the two out of the sides of the plastic trim that goes along the bottom of the windscreen, because without that, it's not going anywhere anyway, right? It's clipped in, it can't go anywhere, right? It can move a little bit like that, but that's only because the bonnet's open. When the bonnet's open, it's here, and it's going to hold it down. With pressure there, look, no, it can't move then, you know? It's like, you got to be lifting up on it. So I've re-engineered it. You don't need the clips at the side. Of course, I'm not going to leave them out of your vehicle unless you say to me, hey, Anth, I saw that video, and I want you to leave those two clips out because you told me how much of a pain. They can waste like 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get them back in. Sometimes they just don't want to go in. They're a real pain. Anyway, I can't find anything else, right? I just can't find anything else. Let's have a look at this clamp now and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that looks a bit better. Yeah, let's get a bit in there, a bit closer. Yep, so that's, you know, nice and flush to the top there, right? And the key is getting the right tension on it. Do you reckon that's about right, or a little bit more? You're on the ratchet. It's hard to fit because the hoses, they go softer as they get older. Yeah, when they're new, they're kind of like firmer. I reckon that's enough. I reckon let's leave it at that, and we'll run it and we'll see. Because what happens sometimes, guys, is it'll slip down again with that pressure, and because it's turbo pressure, right? You know, you got your PSIs going on in there. Give it a good wobble like that. Yeah, I don't think it's going anywhere, but if it does, it's only going to go down to where that little barb sort of ridge is on the, you know, on the alloy there. So it's certainly not going to come off or anything like that. I think that's a good amount of tension on there. And really, I think that could be a video. I'm just going to talk a bit now, and you know, so those people that get bored with the talking, you can go now if you like. I might come up with something else yet. Let's have a look down the back there. Does everybody know where the transmission breather is and the transfer case and stuff like that? Because if you don't, I'm going to try and show you that right now. See? Now, see there's three there, right? The one closest to us, I believe, hard for me to see from here, and I'd have to go down to confirm on each vehicle, but I believe the one at this side with the white cap is your automatic transmission. And the other two are both to do with your transfer case, right? So there's a couple of different components down there. And they may join into, sometimes they join into one and there's only one breather, whatever. You got three breathers there, guys. Let's have a quick chat. You know, in my opinion, you don't need to extend diff breathers. The water down there would be quite deep at that depth. They've got a hat type thing that closes off. It was to go in the water, the transmission is going to cool down, it's going to suck in, that's going to close. It's not going to get water in it. And if you're in there a long time, yeah, I think you got bigger problems. Just watch that. Just be careful with your wading depth. If you want to be absolutely sure, the only breather that I believe that I would consider extending is that transmission one, which is, as I said, I believe it's the clear one. You'd have to follow them down and confirm, because I'm not a regular diff breather extender type person at all. But the transmission is the one that's most important that you never get any water in. So if there was one you're going to do, that'd be it. And you just pop that end off, get a joiner, extend the hose up and bring it up somewhere a bit higher and just reuse the genuine part is what I'd do. It's going to cost you a few bucks for a bit of hose and a joiner, and that's it. No big kits needed. Front diff breather's just usually around here somewhere. So I don't know, it's in hiding. It's down there somewhere anyway. I'm not climbing up there again, am I? Where is it? I can't even find the front diff breather. Diff breather's gone missing. No, it's there, it's just hidden. It's hidden behind the hose there, see? It's kind of like meant to be here, you go. So there's a thing you need to check, right? Try and get it out. Normally sits a bit more sort of about like, kind of like, you know, kind of like about there, you know. Anyway, same thing, quite high up there. They've got those same cap type, you know, like a lot of the diff breathers. I don't see water in diffs, guys. We see a lot of cars. Anyway, what else have we got? There's got to be at least something else. Look, these are the general sorts of things we're looking for. I can't even tell you what I'm looking for because I don't find anything. What might I see on a Prado? Dirty batteries that are corroded that need cleaning. Battery terminals up. Fuel filter's got the bottom piece missing off it, whatever. Just note that, you know, that bottom bracket thing, right? It's not there. Power steering wheel, check the level on that. They can have those two whips we've talked about in other videos. We need to probably have a playlist called steering and rack and pinion. Steering, I think we've got suspension, but I think we might start a steering playlist. So check our playlists. Yeah, so check that power steering level, especially in the 120s. They're a bit older and you can't see through the reservoir. This one, it's good, you can just see straight through it. Anyway, I think that's it, guys. We've checked that out. We've shown you what we've found. Nip that up. Not a lot to see here in a nearly 300,000k vehicle, so don't be afraid of owning the older vehicles, because as far as I'm concerned, this could have 100,000k's on it, and it's just not going to look any different. Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe, turn the bell on, so you don't miss the next important message. Thanks for watching. See ya. Please give us the thumbs up.